Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Now we're going to Tom Fitton to find out where the heck are we on these people that are voting and are not supposed to be voting.
Exactly. Head of Judicial Watch. And John, also, remember President Trump last week gave his big address to the nation. He talked about 278,000 non-citizens voting. It's the tip of the iceberg. Who better?
There's so many numbers going around. And Michael Cohen, you examined some of those numbers. What were they?
Yeah, so the numbers are all over the place. It's very hard, to say. But yes, they say that in the 200,000 range of individuals in the country who are voting or voting more than once.
But he was saying that's four states.
Yeah.
So what about the others,
Look, we don't know, but here's the thing. Whether it's one person or 250,000, what Trump was trying to say in that address, which I think the point was completely lost, was that our system, our electoral system, just needs an update. It has, like our immigration policy, it needs an update. And for people to want to fight him, because it's Donald Trump, they want to fight him for what? For saying that even if there is a possibility that Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, that they're interfering in our election, that we need to do something to protect the integrity of our voting system, let's do it.
Look, They don't want to do that.
All
they care about is winning. And
well,
so
let's
they've
go.
got 300,000.
Let's go to our guest, Rita.
Yeah, let's go to Tom Fitton, because, Tom, to everybody's point, it should be apolitical. Yeah. Everybody should want to feel good. What have you discovered, Tom?
Well, our lists are dirty. In New York, we settled a lawsuit. They cleaned 1 million names from the list. And this is New York City, just in that city alone. L.A. County cleaned 1.25 million dirty names from the list. And I think the challenge that was presented to the country by President Trump last week was this. The Chinese hacked our names, 220 plus million names. Our systems aren't secure. We could have our elections messed with and not even know it. So what are the things we do? We secure the systems to the degree they can ever be secure. We vote in person. We use voter ID. We do citizenship verification to mitigate against that threat from overseas. We make sure the lists are clean. All kind of going back to the simple way of voting in order to protect our system. Because right now, we don't know what's happening. They could come in and change votes, mess with the system, and we're so insecure, according to the records released, we wouldn't even know it. And that, to me, is like it ought not to be a partisan issue. It ought to be, if you're a patriot, you want to protect the country from this potential assault abroad. And it is frustrating beyond all measure that we've let this anti-Trump fanaticism in the media and in our politics prevent us from protecting our elections.
Yeah, you know what? The anti-Trump stuff that we're just talking about, I was shocked. I mean, that ABC, NBC didn't even want to cover it. And also, they can't pass the SAVE Act. That's another thing. That's voter ID. That's proof of citizenship. Every American should want that, Tom.
It's no longer an election integrity issue. It is a national security issue. Our elections and how we vote now have national security implications, because if we do it in a way that's basically half-baked in terms of security, it means our systems are subject to being ruined in a way that no citizen should accept.
Judge Weinberg.
It's good to talk to you again, Tom.
Hey.
What about California? California's refused to cooperate with the Department of Justice in terms of giving over the names on the lists. How do they get away with that?
They've been enabled by judges too often, who not only California but other blue states, who don't want to follow the requirements under law that these documents or these lists be made available. The Chinese can have them, but our federal government can't have them to assure there are no non-citizens on the rolls and the lists are clean as they should be and could be, just based on a basic review. I mean, we sued in California. They've got names on the rolls who have obviously either died or moved away that have been there for over 10 years.
That's amazing.
We're not talking a few thousand here. Our estimate is there are at least 24 million names that need to be removed from the rolls nationally.
Well, because they
wait.
have more confidence in China having our information than the current administration. And again, this
scary.
should not be a partisan issue.
Be.
We should all want election integrity.
But they don't even cover it. Right.
This is listen, as much as we care about that, the national security issue is very important.
I want to have Tom repeat again the number you said, because that is a stunning number.
Which one?
The 24 million, right? Is that right?
Yeah, so it's like 24 million states nationally, 24 million voters nationally are on the rolls, otherwise shouldn't be there. In just the last few years, through our litigation, we've cleaned up about 6 million names. So we're just a private entity suing in courts.
Well, then how come, I'm sorry, Tom, can I just ask you then, how come it's possible then that this information is not more readily available and people in the American people aren't talking about it on a daily basis? Because if you ask 99% of the people out there, they would turn around and say, well, I don't think
Because it's only on Fox and WABC, no place else.
How sad is that?
It's a matter of leadership, Michael. The president's the only one who talks about it, and what the media and the establishment class in the city think of him. So he raises the issue that Chinese communists have 220 million private files of American citizens, and the response from the media is, oh, well, you didn't prove they voted in their names. Well, what kind of insanity and irrelevancy is that in terms of responding to this grave attack on our system and our citizens?
It's terrible. Well, Tom, keep fighting the good fight. We love having you on. It's eye-opening every time you're here. Thank you, Tom, so much.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.